Bench testing the 1957 Cadillac Headlight switch, serial number CRSC-251942023, offered by TT Parts Rebuilding. Run-up test. Test number 1, tail and parking light operation. Test number 2, tail and headlight operation. Test number 3, dash lights set low to high. Test number 4, circuit breaker test. Test number 5, switch terminals insulated from ground. Using a fully charged battery, we have around 13 volts. Also going to monitor the rheostat temperature. We're showing ambient now at around 85 degrees Fahrenheit. For the run-up test, we're going to be boosting the battery. Now reporting 14 volts. Test number 1, tail and parking light operation. First position, tail lights from parking. I'm going to set the dash lights to low and back off. Test number 2, tail and headlight operation. First position, the tail lights from parking. Second position, front parking lights are off, headlights are on. Back to first position, front parking lights are on, headlights are off, tail lights are on and off. Test number 3, dash lights set low to high. First position, rotating the rheostat to off position to low. We're reporting around 88, 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Mid position, pick it up a little temperature, full bright. Back to mid. To low and off. Low position, bring it back to mid. Let it sit there for a second and watch the temperature. We'll see an increase in temperature the more the resistance is in the rheostat. And it's kind of like sitting right around 93. Just go to full bright. .94, back to mid-range. Switching over to second position headlights. Rotating the rheostat, turning the dash lights off. Mid-range. Full bright. Back to first position. From full bright to mid-range. Now reporting around 98, 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Low position. And off. Test number 4, circuit breaker test. Velcro around the headlight switches hit an onboard circuit breaker. In the event there was a short in the vehicle, bimetallic spring of the contact armor would expand and break the circuit between the battery and the switch, protecting the wiring. To demonstrate that, we're going to go to first position using a standard probe. We're going to simulate overheating of the contact arm to break the switch circuit back to the battery. You see that the expansion of the arm would protect the switch and the vehicle wiring. So this arm would make contact back to the battery. If overheating in the wiring, the arm would expand and break the circuit. It's also available in the headlight position. We can see that by opening the contact arm, we break the connection between the battery and the switch, protecting the switch and the vehicle wiring. Back to first position and off. Test number 5, switch terminals insulated from ground. Using a standard 12 volt test light, you see we have continuity back to the battery at the switch chassis. I'm going to probe each one of the terminals to show that there's no continuity back to the battery. We have the panel light, brake feed, and switch feed, headlights, tail light, parking, brake feed, brake light feed. We see there's no continuity back to the battery at the terminals. Only at the chassis body do we have continuity. Again, it's the panel, battery feed, brake light feed, headlight, tail light, and parking. Switch terminals insulated from ground. Only back to the battery through the chassis do we have continuity.